What's up? It's Stephen Dunn with Core Therapy and Pilates in Austin, Texas. I'm the founder of Pilates for PTs. And today, I've been home now for about 2 weeks. And I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about telehealth and a little bit about virtual fitness. We shifted completely about 2 weeks ago to virtual as we shut down our clinic. And we have had our first, last week was our first week of full virtual. The week before we had a few people still coming in, but very, very limited. So last week I want to talk a little bit about the people that we saw from telehealth and the other options that we're offering our clients to still stay in their world. And so we started with some telehealth, and I had 5 telehealth sessions last week, which was a great start. I want more for sure, but it was a great start. And what I ended up doing was I ended up reaching out to every single one of my patients that has been in the last, say, month or so. Hey, Andy, what's going on, buddy? About the last month or so, reached out to every one of my patients and left them a message 2 weeks ago, left them a message last week, reached out again to them this week, talked to some of them, been texting them. But last week there was a lot of hesitancy towards telehealth. This week there's a little bit more acceptance to it, and just talking to people and seeing the new norm of their children being schooled through virtual means, basically just all the different changes that everyone's seeing. So this week it's becoming a little more normal, and we've been shut down for the whole month of April, so we're not able to return until a few days into May as of now. And so everything we've been doing the last 2 weeks, I'm super excited about because we are starting to get some folks in. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the things we're doing, again, telehealth for PT and some virtual Pilates classes, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the telehealth is very interesting because I'm a manual therapist who teaches Pilates as well. So like the first things I do with people is manual therapy. So not having the ability to touch people is very, very strange and odd for me. And so doing telehealth the first few sessions, I wasn't really sure how it was going to go, to be honest with you. I was very just unsure. And it went great. Every one of them went great. And I stuck to the same philosophy that I do in the treatment room. I had a conversation with them, asked them what was going on, found out what movements were provocative for their pain. So I'll give you an example of a lady that I saw last night. She has a partial thickness rotator cuff tear. I saw her a few times before all this happened. I evaluated her and told her what I thought it was. She had an MRI. The MRI was pretty stinking close to what we had talked about. And she wanted to get started, but she was really hesitant because she's known me for years, 15 years. She's known me the whole time we've been open. And she wasn't really sure how I could help her because I do manual therapy with her, and then I move her over to work with my Pilates instructors. And so all of a sudden, we sign up, she signs up for the telehealth, we go over her MRI reports. And I share my screen, and I'm pulling up images of the supraspinatus and pulling up images of the labrum, pulling up images of the scapula, all the anatomy. And basically, I was able to give her a lesson on everything with her MRI report as if I was right there in the room with her. It was fantastic. She learned more from me in that few minutes than she's learned from any of her doctors that's been working with her through this process. In fact, she had an appointment with her doctor last Friday that was supposed to be a telehealth appointment. Then they ended up calling her and saying, we're going to call you instead because we can't figure out this telehealth. And the doctor didn't even call her. The nurse called her, said, your MRI report's pretty much not that big of a deal. Call us when this is all over. So they totally blew her off. I'm reaching out to her. I'm texting her. I'm calling her. I'm asking how I can help her. She comes in for a tele session. All right. So she has pain with flexion. She has pain with hand behind her back. She's limited about 100 degrees of flexion. She can get to not even her SI joint with hand behind her back. And so I walk her through the program of what I would teach her to do at home, but I just had her do it. I had her do it right then and there. So what I did is I had her release her chest with a ball. I had her release her levator and upper trap with a ball. I had her stretch her chest, upper trap, and levator with just stretching. And then I had her lay on the foam roller, and on the foam roller start doing some scapula stabilization with abdominal stabilization. Then I had her do some lat pulls on the foam roller, some isometrics with isometrics for the shoulder, and a little bit of empty can. Well, that's what I took her through. we probably were on, it was a 45-minute session she signed up for. We probably spent about an hour and 5 minutes just because we were taking our time and laughing and joking and tangenting in there as well. But when she left, she had about 150 degrees of range of motion with no pain, whereas she had pain at about 100 of flexion at the start. Her hand behind the back did not improve as much as the flexion. It improved by, probably the 4 fingers widths of, going a little further into it, but which was significant. It was 2 inches or so of 3 inches of improvement. But the idea that I didn't touch her and she felt better, she got off of there tickled pink. She was so excited. And it was one of those things that she's like, wow, I didn't really know what and how this was going to help me. And so that was my most recent session. I had a guy with back pain. I had a lady having trouble with vacuuming and getting things out of her dishwasher. And I watched her do all those things and gave her tips. So all of a sudden I'm in someone's home. I'm helping them and seeing what they have available to them. One lady was talking about some trouble she was having in her virtual Pilates class with my trainer, and I'll get to that in a second. And so I saw she had a big old exercise Swiss ball, stability ball behind her in the room. I said, hey, grab that ball. Let me show you a few things on there. So by just being in her room, her space, I was able to teach her some new things. Now, let's talk a little bit about our virtual fitness, our virtual Pilates, because that's something else that we're offering that actually is having less resistance from our clients. And what we're doing with that is we're offering virtual Pilates classes. And so we have a group class, and it's all through Zoom, and we're charging $20 a class. And if one person signs up, we teach it. If no one signs up, we don't. And we've had from 1 to 4 or 5 people in those classes. And it's small, it's slow gains and slow growth, but it's allowing my instructors to work from home because they're not able to come to the studio. They're not able to generate income. So now they can teach a class through Zoom and have people come on board and take it. So we're offering about 3 or 4, probably 4 of those a day virtually. And we're probably getting people to about 3 of those a day. And then my staff is also teaching private Pilates sessions. So instead of someone coming to us and working out on their equipment, we're working them out and watching them and seeing what they're doing at home. So those are the ways that we're adapting and changing to what's going on. But I have a lot of clients that are 65 and older who aren't really interested in virtual anything. They're like, it scares them. So they don't want to do a virtual class. They don't want to do anything that has to be at a certain time. So what we're doing is we're recording these virtual classes, and then I'm putting them on a link, a unlisted link, and I'm selling them to the people who are not into virtual stuff, who want it on demand. And so that's a scenario where I'm on the phone with someone and telling them all of our new offerings, and they're like, well, I'm not interested in coming in and doing that. And I said, well, you can buy a class. We're selling a class, and we'll send you the video, and you can have access to it, and you do it as much as you want, anytime you want. Well, yesterday, one of my clients said, I'll buy 5. And he's really just doing it because he's trying to help us out. He's looking to help us out. He knows he knows I'm trying to help my staff out. So he bought 5 videos. I'm charging $20 a video, so $100. And then I sent him 10 instead of 5. So, and these are videos that we're repurposing to put into a monthly membership site. So now we're about to launch a membership site where people can pay monthly to have access to about 80 videos that we've been putting together over some time. So our virtual world, we were working on this membership, but we were not working on telehealth. We were not working on virtual Pilates. Those things were born in my business in basically 2 days. And is it making enough money to pay the bills right now? No, but it's keeping me serving my clients, and it's keeping me front of mind with those people. I've been on the phone with people that said, Stephen, you're the only person that's called me out of all the people I do business with, out of all the people I work with, from a clinician standpoint, you're the only person that's called me and taken the time to chat with me. And I'm talking to people for like 20, 30 minutes on the phone. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I wanted to share this with you because we are in unprecedented times. My telehealth sessions have actually been going great. It's just a matter of convincing my clients that it's worth their while. So I wanted to share that with you. We have our first guy that called in to the studio and is signed up for telehealth with Andy, and he's a new patient, whereas everyone I'm talking to are old clients that we've known for some time. So we got our first new lead coming in this way, as well as getting some of our old clients. So I'm seeing about one person a day right now through the telehealth. So, and it's typically in the afternoon. Just telling you from my experiences, I've had one person sign up in the morning, and the rest of them have been in the afternoon. So that's my story, guys. I hope this helps. I hope y'all are being proactive through this time. Make a pivot, do something different. Don't wait for someone to help you. Get out there, and we have time now, so reach out, nurture your people, so that when this is done, those people that I've been calling and talking to, they're going to know me when this is over. So, I just got a text that came in saying someone's having difficulty scheduling their telehealth session. So let me run. I'm going to reach out to them and make sure they get everything taken care of. Y'all have a fantastic day, guys. Comment below with any questions you have. Comment live, comment replay, and let's keep each other moving forward. Thanks, guys.